Let me tell you about a man who is a true legend. His name is Ronnie Coleman. In the world of bodybuilding, he is known as the King. This man wasn't just big, he was a mountain of muscle and hard work. He showed everyone what happens when you decide to be the best and never, ever give up. Ronnie won the Mr. Olympia title 8 times in a row. That's like winning the Super Bowl 8 years straight. It's a level of greatness that is hard to even imagine. He didn't just win. He dominated the sport with his incredible size, strength, and unstoppable spirit. Ronnie Coleman started his journey as a police officer in Texas. He was already strong, but he found his true calling in the gym. He discovered that he had a gift for building muscle and lifting incredible amounts of weight. But a gift is nothing without hard work. Ronnie understood this better than anyone. He knew that to be a champion, he had to push his body and mind to places no one else was willing to go. His fame grew because people saw something special in him, a man who loved the struggle and smiled while pushing his limits every single day. His story is one of pure dedication. Think about what it takes to be the best in the world at something. It's not just about showing up. It's about showing up when you're tired, when you're sore, and when nobody is watching. Ronnie Coleman did exactly that. He built a physique that many people thought was impossible. He combined massive size with incredible definition, creating a look that set a new standard in professional bodybuilding. His presence on stage was powerful, and his work ethic behind the scenes was even more legendary. He inspires millions because he is proof that with enough heart, you can achieve anything. Ronnie Coleman's workout routine was not for the faint of heart. It was a full-on assault on the weights, day in and day out. His schedule was intense, often training 6 days a week, sometimes even twice a day. He believed in hitting each muscle group with everything he had twice a week. This high-frequency, high-volume approach is what helped him build his legendary size. His philosophy was simple. Go to the gym and work harder than everyone else. There were no shortcuts, no easy days. Every single session was an opportunity to get bigger and stronger, and he never wasted a single one. His training split was a thing of legend, focusing on the basics. He knew the most important exercises were the big compound lifts. These are the ones that build real power. On his leg days, he would do things that most people can only dream of. He would load up the squat rack with hundreds of pounds and go deep, rep after rep. He would then move on to the leg press and load it up with so much weight that the machine itself would cry for mercy. He also loved heavy lunges and leg extensions, making sure every single fiber of his legs was completely exhausted. For his upper body, the intensity was just as high. His chest day workouts were centered around the bench press, both with barbells and dumbbells. He would press weights that other professional powerlifters would be proud of. Then, he would hit incline and decline presses to build a complete, powerful chest. On back day, he would perform heavy deadlifts, pulling over 800 pounds from the floor. He also loved barbell rows and T-bar rows, pulling immense weight with pure, raw strength to build a back that was wider than a barn door. These weren't just exercises. They were battles against gravity, and Ronnie always won. His shoulder and arm workouts were just as grueling. He loved doing seated military presses with heavy dumbbells, pushing them overhead with explosive power. He would follow that with side laterals and front raises to build those round cannonball deltoids. For his arms, he believed in heavy curls and skull crushers. He would use heavy weights to build massive biceps and triceps, focusing on feeling the muscle work with every repetition. Every workout was a test of his will. He pushed through pain and fatigue because he had a goal in mind: to be the undisputed king of bodybuilding. When you think of Ronnie Coleman, you probably hear his famous catchphrases echoing in your head. "Yeah, buddy," was not just something he yelled. It was his battle cry. It was the sound of a man who loved what he was doing, no matter how hard it was. He would scream it before a massive lift, using it to summon every ounce of energy and focus he had. It was a way to turn pain into power, to transform a heavy weight into a challenge he was excited to conquer. That phrase became his signature, a symbol of his positive and intense approach to training. Another one of his famous lines was, "Lightweight, baby." Now, you have to understand, when Ronnie said lightweight, he was usually lifting something that would crush a normal person. He once squatted 800 pounds for 2 reps and called it lightweight. This wasn't about being arrogant, it was a mental trick. He was telling himself that the weight was manageable, that he was stronger than it. By calling it light, he took away its power and put himself in control. It was his way of building the mental fortitude needed to move mountains of iron. This mindset was the secret to his incredible strength. He didn't see an 800-pound deadlift as an impossible task. He saw it as another step on his journey to greatness. He trained his mind just as hard as he trained his body. He convinced himself that he was capable of anything, and then he went into the gym and proved it. This mental strength is what allowed him to push past barriers that would stop others. He knew that the body will only go where the mind leads it. His mind was fearless, so his body followed suit. His training sessions were legendary events. People would gather at the gym just to watch him train, to witness the spectacle of a man lifting superhuman weights with a smile on his face. He made the impossible look possible. He lifted with pure joy and passion. This positive energy was infectious. It showed everyone that hard work doesn't have to be a miserable experience. You can love the challenge, embrace the pain, and have fun while chasing your dreams. Ronnie's catchphrases were more than just words. They were the sound